There's a tax trap in Kentucky that hits families at the worst possible time. And most people, they don't ever see it coming. But if you own land or rentals or investments with your spouse, this one rule can cost your family tens of thousands of dollars unless you understand how to stop it. A lot of folks around here bought land decades ago. Maybe you've got a rental or some investments that grew over the years, and that's good news. But here's the part that nobody's telling you. When one spouse passes away, the IRS can show up with a tax bill that's going to blindside the surviving spouse. It all comes down to one idea: your tax basis. Your basis is just what you paid for something. If you bought land for $200,000, your tax basis is $200,000. Simple as that. Now let's say that same land is worth $1,000,000. That $800,000 difference is your gain. And that gain is what the IRS can tax you on when the property is sold. Here's what happens under normal Kentucky law. The law sees you and your spouse as owning the property 50-50. So the $800,000 of gain gets split in half. Each spouse has a $400,000 gain inside of their portion. When the first spouse passes away, only the deceased spouse's half gets a step up in basis. Their half resets to today's value of $500,000, half of the million. But the surviving spouse's half does not reset. Their basis stays at the original $100,000, which is half of the original $200,000 purchase price. Your new combined basis becomes $600,000. So if the surviving spouse sells the land for $1 million, there is still a $400,000 taxable gain. That can mean a tax bill of between $80,000 and $100,000 taken straight out of your family's pocket. Now here's the solution. Kentucky created something called the Community Property Trust back in 2020, and it changed the math on this completely. In this trust, when the first spouse passes away, the IRS steps up the basis on the entire property, not just half. So instead of your new basis being $600,000, it becomes the full $1 million. And if the surviving spouse sells the property for $1 million and their basis is $1 million, the taxable gain is zero, not reduced, zero. People ask about the tax breaks for selling your home, and yes, you can exclude up to $500,000 of gain on the house that you live in, your primary residence. But this trust isn't really designed to protect your primary residence or to give you those tax breaks. It's for everything else. Land that you don't live on, rental properties that you may have, vacation cabin, small businesses, stock portfolios. This tool is powerful, but you do need to know the risks. Assets that are in this trust can be exposed to the creditors of either spouse. And in a divorce, anything that's in the trust is going to get split 50-50. For the right Kentucky family, a community property trust can protect a lifetime of work and save your family thousands of dollars, but it has to fit your situation. This isn't a DIY project. Sit down with a qualified attorney who understands these rules and decide if it's right for you. Follow this page if you want more plain English explanations that help you protect what you've built.